What's up guys, ShinyHunterDestroyer here and welcome back to a brand new Pokemon Journeys anime discussion video. Today I'll be talking about episode 28, which is titled Sobbing Sobble. This episode reminded me a lot about something, but I don't want to get too deep into that now. Today's episode consisted of crying, and I love this episode. Oh my gosh, you don't understand. The episode started off with Ash and Goh eating breakfast. They were having the signature Galar curry for breakfast. In the background, we can see the Sobble from last episode. Check out what they were doing. It saw the food as pretty nice looking and decided that it wanted some for itself. Sobble goes invisible and starts eating most of the food on the table. First, it causes both the Farfetch'd to get into a little bit of a fight because they didn't see who took it. Everyone else, though, they noticed themselves that their food was going missing to an unknown cause until, well, Sobble reappeared right in front of their eyes. Sobble backs up against a wall and starts crying when it realizes there is nowhere to go. Because of Sobble's crying, everyone else started crying. They weren't trying to cry, but they cried anyway while Sobble disappeared and fled from Ash and Goh. Seeing that Sobble can turn invisible, they found it really cool and, well, Goh wants to catch the darn thing. They try looking for Sobble, but they really aren't succeeding too much. Nurse Joy comes out and asks them if they were looking for something. When she was told the description of Sobble, she told them what Sobble was because at this moment they didn't know what Pokemon it was since it was new to them, and she told them where Sobble most likely is, in the fountain that they were basically right next to. Okay, so I guess it's time to try to call Sobble out. Well, Goh tried to befriend it with Sweet Talk, but since Sobble is invisible, it's hard to tell if Sobble is actually in the fountain or not. Frustrated, Goh just chucks a Pokeball into the fountain, not even trying to catch Sobble, just throwing it out of pure frustration. Goh thought that he wasted the Pokeball that he just threw in the fountain, but the Pokeball clicks and Ash and Goh realize that Goh actually just caught Sobble. Out of pure coincidence, luck, and like everything in between, Goh was able to catch Sobble. After that, Team Rocket made a fun appearance, nothing more, nothing less. They kind of just tried to steal Pikachu but failed as usual, but this time, it wasn't Pikachu that stopped them, it was Mother Nature. Okay, back to the good stuff of Goh and Sobble. Riolu digs up a Silicobra while digging around in the dirt. Goh tries to battle Silicobra because catching it alone didn't seem to work. He saw this as a perfect opportunity to let Sobble show off its moves, and to be honest, it wasn't doing too bad until Silicobra retaliated in the battle. After getting hit, Sobble ran away crying, making the whole team cry as well, by the way. Goh and Ash run after Sobble, shortly losing it, but they follow a trail of crying townspeople to finally get to where Sobble is. Ash and Goh have to split up when they had to, and Goh ended up finding Sobble in the end. Sobble was sitting at a river. Goh tried to cheer Sobble up, but it didn't work, evident from Sobble once again trying to get away. This time he jumped into the river going downstream. Now back to Team Rocket. It seems to be after Wind decided to ruin Team Rocket's day, they have crash landed next to the river. Yes, the very river Sobble went down. Team Rocket has a little bit of an outing with a Morpeko who eats their food. Jessie throws a can at Morpeko, but instead of hitting Morpeko, it hits Sobble. They see Sobble and then hear that Ash and Goh were looking for a Sobble. Time to use this opportunity to get Pikachu, right? Ash and Goh have a heart-to-heart once again. Goh is blaming himself on Sobble's actions, telling to himself that he shouldn't have let Sobble out to battle and how it was his fault entirely that Sobble ran away. Goh fixates on not considering how Sobble felt before putting it into battle. Ash cheers up Goh, saying that he only just caught Sobble and how he can't expect everything to go smoothly the first time. Goh has, after that, been successfully cheered up only to see that Sobble has been captured by Team Rocket. Team Rocket says that in order to get Sobble back, they have to hand over Pikachu, so it's kind of a lose-lose either way. Obviously, that wasn't going to happen, so we are back to seeing the vending machine once more. Jessie and James get an Armado and a Magnezone. Ash and Goh are struggling to get close to Sobble to help it escape. Team Rocket calls Sobble weak and a crybaby. Goh in response tells them that they were wrong. Sobble isn't weak. Sobble hears Goh's determination to save it and tries to break open the cage. Sobble sees a flashback of what we can assume to be what his life was filled with before. People overlooking him, other angry Pokemon, until we see Goh back at the fountain, him saying that he really liked Sobble. This helped push Sobble to break open that cage. Sobble tries to get back to Ash and Goh, but Armado pins Sobble down beforehand. It wasn't too long for Sobble to start crying, and that it did, but this time Ash and Goh came prepared. While everyone on Team Rocket was busy crying, Ash and Goh were able to wear goggles in order to beat the tears. This was done because the Pokedex said that Sobble's tears are the equivalent of cutting 100 onions. So boom, they win because they don't cry. Team Rocket is blasting off again, they get Sobble back, and they live happily ever after. Team Rocket gets pummeled by Morpeko, so that was cool too. Okay, how was this episode for me? Wonderful. I think this episode, I feel like I say this way too much for anyone to think I have a good opinion, but this was a great episode to debut Sobble in the anime. As predicted, Goh has caught Sobble, but it wasn't in any way I was expecting. It was complete coincidence that Sobble was caught in the first place, but it turned into a wonderful story to tell in the end. First part that I want to talk about is just Ash and Goh themselves. That little heart-to-heart that they had near the end of the episode was awesome. This further supports my theory that Ash could be here to be a mentor to Goh, who doesn't know as much as Ash. I mean, that or Ash is just that support Goh needs in his journey to capture every Pokemon. Yeah. Speaking about Goh, his moment of blaming everything on himself really spoke words to me. Like, I know people are gonna make fun of me when I say hashtag relatable XD, but like, it still shows that Goh jumps to the worst conclusions for himself whenever there is one. Blaming it on himself that Sobble isn't in a good mood even though they just met, it reinforces his character traits. But we know the biggest thing of this episode, Sobble. I'm so happy about this, I'm gonna be honest. I know I'm in the minority, but to be honest, I don't see any bad in this decision. I see more positives for Goh having Sobble than Ash having Sobble. This episode packed in so much for Sobble, even his flashback that we were able to see ourselves. It showed that Sobble never felt acceptance until, well, Goh decided to accept it. That's why when he saw Goh in his flashback, it lit him up. It showed how important that particular moment was for Sobble and how impacting it was. It highlights so much in those seconds of the episode, and it gave me goosebumps all over. Sobble's determination was guided by Goh's determination, and that's the best part about that whole scene. I think the two of them are going to be a great match for each other and perfect for each other's development as time goes on. I have more comments on Sobble, but I'm saving that for a video this week. I just want to talk about the episode right now because that's what is most important for now. Morpeko also appeared, and though it wasn't big, it was something. I don't have much to say, but I hope Morpeko goes to Team Rocket. Maybe Morpeko will hold Team Rocket hostage for food, you never know, but Morpeko seems like a fun Pokemon right now. Today's episode debuted Sobble really well and once again gave us a larger look into the future. This time focusing on Sobble's future with Goh. Where will it lead us? Well, we're gonna have to wait and see. This episode jam-packed lots of Goh and Sobble development and gave a little peek into what's in store. A great episode that I will definitely be rewatching again. That's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys didn't enjoy, please consider hitting the like button because that is super highly appreciated. If you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. What are your thoughts on Goh catching Sobble? Let me know in the comments section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have a nice day, guys. Peace out.